Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my second video and today I'm very excited because I'm going to be doing my August to be read video. So this video is quite ambitious of me because August is a very busy month. I'm usually not very busy, I just stay at home, but August is quite the opposite because I have a ton of exams, some events, some birthdays and a lot of other things in between. So August is quite a busy month for me and I don't have a ton of books on my TBR. I just have 4 books, and of which 3 I own physically and one I don't have a physical copy of. I just put a random book in this pile to make it look like 4 books, but I've decided to only read 3 physical books and 1 book that I do not have. So yeah, let's begin the video without further wasting any time. The first book that I've already started reading is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, and this is quite a popular book and I've already started reading it and I've already finished the part 1 of the book. I mean, is it a part 1 or a chapter? I don't know. Yeah, part 1 of the book. I've already finished reading it. And if you guys don't know what this book is about, this is about 4 friends in New York City and it follows the entire life. But I do want to say that if you want to read this book, please read all of the trigger warnings because this book is really traumatizing, to be honest, and only read it if you're an adult, I believe. If you're below the age of 18, please do not read this book. And if you really want to read this book, do read all of the trigger warnings before reading it. So yeah, I do not want to talk too much about this book because I have decided to do a reading vlog on this book, so all of my thoughts regarding this book will be in that video. And the next book that I'm going to be reading is Furthermore by Taherah Mafi. If you don't know about Taherah Mafi, she is the author of the Shatami series, which is one of the first series that I had ever read, and it has a special place in my heart. It's not my favorite series, but yeah, it is very special to me because it is one of the first series that I ever read, and it is a dystopian series, and I actually really love the first 3 books. Ignite Me is my favorite book in that series. I'm not a fan of the other books that came later on, but yeah, still that series is quite special for me. So I decided to read this book. This is a middle grade book, and it is like a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. And I decided to read this book because this book is quite thick and quite heavy. So I wanted to read something light after finishing this book. That's why I decided this book to read after I finish this one. I don't know much about this book. I just know that it is like a loose retelling of Alice in Wonderland and it is a middle grade book, and I know nothing apart from that, and I'm very excited to read this because I really like Taherah Mafi's writing. Last year I read her contemporary book, A Very Large Expanse of Sea, and I really loved it. So I'm looking forward to reading this book and I hope I like it too, and I'll just tell you guys about my thoughts after I read it. So recently, I mean last month, I binge watched all of the Bridgerton episodes. I watched both the seasons and I was really in a mood for some Jane Austen, and the only other Jane Austen book that I've read is Pride and Prejudice. That's why I picked up Persuasion. So this is, I believe, maybe second chance, a romance trope. I don't know much about it. I read Pride and Prejudice and I really loved it, and I think I like it too. So the next book I decided to read is Persuasion by Jane Austen. And also I started reading classics like 2 years before, and I was not much of a classic reader before that, but I started reading some classics like last year, and I actually really enjoyed some of them. So that's why I've decided, like, maybe if I get a chance, I'll read a classic each month. So the classic I chose for the month of August is none other than Persuation. Okay, so the last book that I've decided to read in August, I do not have the physical copy. Maybe I'll listen to an audiobook, or maybe I'll read an ebook, I don't know, but I'm very excited about this book, and that is none other than All My Rage by Sabha Tahir. Sabha Tahir is one of my favorite authors. If you don't know who she is, she's the author of Ember in the Ashes series, which is a YA fantasy quartet, and it is one of my absolute favorite series of all time. And if you have not read it already, I really recommend you to read that. So yeah, she has written a new book called All My Rage, which is a contemporary books, and it is also based on some of the stories from her life. So I'm really excited to read that book. So the fourth and the final book that I decided to read in the month of August is All My Rage by Sabha Tahir. So that's it for this video. I know it's not a very long video. I just wanted to do, this small video because I just wanted to let you know what are my plans, what are my reading plans for August, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Probably it's going to be a reading vlog for this giant brick of a book, and I promise to upload it maybe this week or next week, because I've read like a first chapter. Like, I'm in what page I am right now? I'm on page 86. So I'll let you guys know all of my thoughts about this book in that video. And thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one.